It's fair to say that recently, bearing in mind that this is the spring, we've had more than our fair share of bad weather. Well, actually, it's April, we've had more than our fair share of snow. It got me thinking, interestingly, and not so much about going out and throwing snowballs and getting the sledge out. So how does business operate when we have, significant impacts on our day-to-day productivity? And I think the recent snows have been a massive example of that. So you may or may not have heard of the notion today, I think it's getting more and more popular, untethered employees. Or another way, your employees have the ability to work away from their desk or away from their workplace. What type of focus do you have in your business with regards to untethering your employees? So for instance, when that week of snow hit, what was the impact on your business? I mean, when we look at the UK, they're talking billions of pounds over 3 days in terms of lost revenue and lost productivity. Interestingly, I've got a couple of businesses that I work with where they didn't lose their productivity. Now, admittedly, in these instances, they were information, marketing and sales type businesses. So their employees were very able, very apt in being able to work from their desks at home, from their laptop, and they were able to maintain and keep going. Now, whilst that might not be a fantastic solution for every business, what are the areas in your business that you can start to focus in terms of untethering your employees, allowing your employees maybe that extra freedom that they can, where it's permissible, where it's permissible to work away from their desk, to work from home. Look at technology today. There is so much more now that's coming out in terms of cloud-based computing, that everything can be accessed from the cloud and quite secure. Less reliance on necessarily having to have our own servers on site, in which case you've got to be at the desk to be working on it. You can work pretty much from anywhere. My son's a classic example of being an untethered employee insofar as he's very much a digital nomad. And yeah, I'd probably laugh the same as you when I first heard it, but when you think about that, he has the ability to crack his laptop open and work from anywhere in the world, wherever his customers may be globally. That level of connectivity exists today. So how can you start to embrace it? How can you start to embrace that idea in your business that we can monitor the manufacturing of goods, we can automate the manufacturing of goods, we can have our employees working from home. But what about augmented reality, the ability now where somebody at one desk can be helping somebody on site, on wherever they may be, in terms of an activity or a process or systems that they're putting in place? The list goes on. The reality on this is it's coming. There's no getting away from it. This is happening, and I think you've got to start to think, how do you apply and how can we adapt? What might be the first thing that you can do?